Good morning, guys. I am just letting the dog out and making some breakfast. So, and I changed up some of, wow, that was really close, I'm sorry. My coach and I changed up some of my macros. If you follow my blog, you'll know that I'm transitioning meat out of my diet. So, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. So, on my low carb day, I have oatmeal, strawberries, peppers, egg, and then meal 2 I have salmon, red beans, and squash. Meal 3, shrimp, banana, potato, and sour cream. And then my last meal of the day, egg whites, mushroom, cottage cheese, and peppers. So we're gonna try this for a while and see if my digestion gets better and see what my body does with it. I'm kind of excited to see what my body does, so let's get to it. In here I just put a scoop of Shocked HD Ignite. I really like this brand. It doesn't give me jitters or anything. And then in this cup, for intro workout, I'm putting Rich Piana's All Day You May BCAAs. This is just what I grabbed from GNC at the moment. I don't utilize a special type brand. Sometimes I will. Also been taking L-carnitine. This is really good for your moods, a mood balancer. I also have to take iron. I get the gentle sorb one, really good. I'm borderline anemic, so I have to have something like this. Woman's Active Ultra Mega multivitamin. So that's what I am working on right now. And so my training before last week has been a little off lately. I don't know what it is. I can't get in the groove of things, and it's very hard for me lately to get up in the morning because I'm not sleeping well. And so I've been training at night, which I hate doing. I always train better in the morning, and I think that's just because that's what I've always done, and so my body is just kind of used to that schedule. So during the summer, usually I train at night, and so it's kind of how my schedule goes. Lately though, with me not being able to sleep, which I'm not entirely sure why. I can blame it on, lots of multiple things, but we all know that it's probably because I get sucked into these Netflix shows. Right now, Andrew and I are watching Shameless, and it's addictive. And so I made the joke the other day, but this is so true, that I can't wait until the show ends so that I can have my life back. And I know, like, there's a million other things that I could be doing, but honestly, I don't watch, like, we don't even have cable because we just don't watch enough of it to justify the cost. So if this is my, little binge that I take on, then I'm okay with it. But in the meantime, my training is not going so well because I'm not getting enough sleep. So I just have a couple more episodes to go, and then it will be okay. But realistically, truthfully, I don't sleep very well, and part of it was because I had the dog in the bed with us, and we have now transitioned him back into his kennel so that he can sleep there at night, and I myself and Andrew can get some sleep. So it's been okay. It's a little bit of a transition for him, the dog, because, you know, he doesn't like being in there, but he knows that we're in the house. So I'm hoping that over time, you know, he won't wake us up at 4 a.m. like he has been doing, and everything will be good. So there's just multiple factors that have happened, but anyhow, enough blabbling. So I am going to train right now, and I'm hoping that it'll be productive because I don't have a ton of food in my system. And so I just train better that way. I've always trained better that way. I have more energy in the morning, and truthfully, now that I'm thinking about it and talking about it out loud, that was when a lot of red meat was incorporated into my diet. So we will see how this transition of not consuming red meat goes into play with training at night. I'm excited to experiment and kind of be my own scientist with my body. And really, you know, when a lot of people talk about, they see someone on YouTube or they see someone on Instagram and they're like, oh, I'm the same size as her, I'm the same height as her, I weigh the same, what are your macros? That's not the appropriate way to go about figuring out foods, what diet is going to be best for you. You can't look at someone who is the same body type and, you know, height as you and weight as you to figure out what your macros should be or what diet you should be doing in order to get the results like them. I have continually preached this, that everybody is their own, and so everybody is made up differently. Even if you come from the same family, your body is made up completely different than somebody else. You just have to understand that you have to find what works best for you. A diet or a plan or the time of day that you should be training or the time of day that you eat, you need to find out what works best for you. And sometimes it is playing a little bit of a scientist and figuring out how your body reacts to certain things. So I encourage everybody to not look on YouTube and not look on Instagram to figure out what their diet should or shouldn't be. There is no right or wrong foods. It's just everything is consumed a little bit differently for everybody. So just a little PSA on that. I will stop ranting and let's get to the footage. Probably the best training session I've had in a really long time. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if my body was just feeling it, but first time in a long time stretched after I get done lifting. I said to Andrew last night, I really need to get work done. I need a massage. And that's true. However, I wouldn't need a massage so bad if I stretched after every workout. And I don't do that, and I should do that. So we are going to start doing that. Day one, hold me accountable. I just used the roller. It's not a foam roller, it's harder than that, but it really gets in there and smooths things, smooths things out. My shoulders have been bothering me just underneath my scapula. So I really, you can see like on one section of my rolling that I'm really getting in there and leaning right into my shoulder. And that's because that's really where most of my pain is. I've always had a little bit of issues with my arm going numb if I sleep on it or lay on it for too long. And I don't know what that is. It's never been painful. It's just my arm goes numb and that's that. Sometimes it does it if I hold it in one place too long, but otherwise I generally don't have any shoulder mobility issues. So I do know that when I am rolling with that roll, it is a little bit painful, but that's because everything in there is so tight. And then a couple movements later, a couple seconds later, I can really feel it starting to loosen up. Most people, that's when they quit rolling. And so if you can just hold out a little bit longer, when it starts to get painful, it will loosen up. Foam rolling is very painful. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, but it does help loosen everything up and it works wonders. And so after that, I just did some simple stretches, really stretched out my hamstrings and stretched out my back. I do think that I do need to go and get a massage, but overall, I think that I wouldn't need it so bad if I would just remember to not be an idiot and stretch after every workout. And it literally takes 5 minutes out of your day. And so if I can just take that extra 5 minutes, then I'll be set. It's a mindless thing. So, and it's one of the most simple things to forget after your workout. So that's my workout for today. What I didn't film is I did some dumbbell overhead movements and some hammer curls, and then I went and stretched. So that's about all that you didn't see. My floor presses, my first set, I always forget that with that type of rack, that's the only place that I can really floor press. And so I forgot and put the 35s on, and I usually have to load it with 10s. So I loaded up the last 3 sets with the 10s. So I'm gonna go home now and make some food, and then I have to send these videos also to my coach so he can give me some feedback, and then we will see what else today holds. No mail. No mail, no bills. Are you awake down here? Hi. Oh. So he doesn't get a tray in his kennel because he tore the one apart that was in there. So we just put a blanket, and he's on foam mats, so he's good. Are you happy I'm home? Are you happy? Are you happy? Come on, let's get outside. Side note, this is what my dog does to the door. And because our backyard is pretty muddy, so he went in. Okay, so this is salmon and squash. And a little pro tip, put a little bit of, oh, focus, come on. Come on, focus. Walden Farms pancake syrup in the squash, and it's a good alternative to brown sugar because it's a little bit sweet. So take that home with you. All right, I am heading to PTO. I can't find my car keys, so I am driving with my spare. Hopefully I can find it tonight. I just don't know where I would have misplaced it. So hopefully I can find them when I get home, but I didn't want to be late. So I am heading to parent-teacher organization for Daniela's school. I'm going to talk about some things that we have going on this coming year. It's our first year for our first meeting for the year, rather. And so pretty excited to see what all the new stuff is, and with that, I think I'm gonna end the video here because afterwards I'm gonna go home and eat some dinner. Hope everybody has a good night. I hope that these videos are informational for you, and that, you know, you can learn a lot from somebody who is not integrated into the fitness industry, somebody who has just started powerlifting, not just started, but you know, is still learning every day and continuing to grow. I am a mom, I am a working individual, so that is my focus, is to showcase how to balance all of that. So I hope that through the coming year, through the next videos, I will be able to showcase that a little bit more. And, you know, obviously if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, go ahead and link them below. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, all of that good stuff. I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.